welcome to Plutus IS. Today we are going to talk about the topic of Uttar Pradesh, as we have started the series that of Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission means paper 6, right? So before then this series, today we are going to talk about the soils of UP. So of course we know that there is a east to west and north to south expansion of the UP, and accordingly there are mainly, as we have already talked about the agroclimatic zone. So it is mainly divided into mainly three regions, right? That is your Bhabar and Tarai, then then Ganga plains, and then Ganga Yamuna plains, and then we have talked about that southern India, sorry, southern UP. That is your Bundelkhand region, in your Lalitpur, Banda, Mahoba region, and little bit Vindhyan region. That's a plateau region of in the Mirzapur and the Sonbhadra districts of Uttar Pradesh, right? So in that series, we have covered one by one all of these things. Majorly, we have talked about there are distribution of that agroclimatic zones of Uttar Pradesh in the 9 division, and in that series, we have covered one by one. So today, in this lecture, we are going to talk about the soils of Uttar Pradesh, of course, right? So soils of Uttar Pradesh. This is the thing. The actually when we talk about when we see that series, right? So this is a whole your north to south and east to west expansion. So this is again you're divided into that is called your lower Himalayas or the Shivalik hills. You know. So this zone must be a little bit. If we talk about if I'll give you the general introduction, that what are the mainly three bases of the division of the cell. So actually divided again into that three zone, again into that three zone. Okay, so what is the division here? That is your called Bhabar and Tarai region, and that division will come into that lower Himalayas. So this will be a little Bhabar, that area soil of this area, that's your northern UP, right? And that these are the districts which are aligned with, which are bordered with that Nepal or maybe here the Uttarakhand, that comes into the Shivalik Himalayas. So that kind of soil a little bit have the big boulders kind of soil particles, right? The big particles. Then this area, the central UP, then the western UP, then the eastern UP. There is a question in your PYQ. If you see, there is a question of the lower Ganga canal also. So then we talk about this region. This region is actually comes into your central plains, right? That is your alluvial soil. You know, and this region again come into that little bit plateau region. That is your Bundelkhand plateau wala region, and that is your Vindhyan plateau region. The basic division we know about this, but today in that soils of UP, because this chart is actually present in your government site. Okay, so this is not somewhere you'll see the division of 3, somewhere you'll see division on the 5, somewhere you'll see division in the 6 also. But this is a chart of whatever we are talking in that reference, because we are preparing for that UPSC mains paper examination. Then why not the division which will already mentioned in the UP government site, we should pick up from there. So this is a chart. It is actually mentioned in your Uttar Pradesh sugarcane department this is a chart. This is a chart came from here, there only. Okay, so yes, so today we are going to talk about now how we are going to divide that. So here we get that in the map. If you see that map, this is a proper map of Uttar Pradesh. So if you see that, so actually this soil of the Bhabar region or the lower Himalayan plateau or the Shivalik hills also made up of that kind of sedimentation of the rivers, है ना? So we are going to talk about that alluvial soil. Then we talk about the salty or saline soil here, because that is a Trans Yamuna region. In that earlier when we have talked about that agroclimatic zone, there we have also talked about, right? So then we are going to talk about that Bundelkhand region, that is having your salty or the saline soil, है ना? Because it is coming into that area. Then we are going to talk about the sandy loam soil Bundelkhand, that is the arid or the semi-arid region of the Uttar Pradesh, that is connecting with that a little bit Rajasthan, that's your Agra again Yamuna region. Then we talk about the red soil, red and yellow soil we'll talk about simultaneously in the Vindhyan ranges. Here it is found in the red and the yellow soil, of course the Vindhyan region. Then we are going to talk about that black or regal soil again in your Bundelkhand region. If anyone who is seeing this video, of course, coming belongs to this area, they will definitely know there's a kind or there's an area, right? In that when you shift at यहाँ पे आप Jalan Walan area में जाओगे, so there's a proper region where the black soil is found, है ना? The tributaries of Yamuna is actually having that black kind of soil. Okay, so the first division which we are going to talk about, that alluvial soil. here we talk, okay, so when we have started in that this discussion, we have started talking about that Bhabar Tarai, Gangetic Plains and all. So in that alluvial soil, we're going to talk about everything. That's a Bhabar and Tarai, then the western plain zone, this area, then the midwestern zone, southwestern semi-arid arid zone, then the central plain zone, northeastern plain zone and eastern plain zone. Matlab, we will going to talk this whole into the separate subsection, right? So even if I want to, so actually we are going to talk about the soils of UP in majorly, your major division is your 5 type. What are these 5 types? If you want to see again a little bit zoom with this map, this is a map. So why I'm including that map and why I'm focusing on that map? So here when I'm talking about the map preferences, so with the help of the division, you can yourself, it not need to the ratification or do that kind of case. Mein kya aata hai, isme kya aata hai? Again, there's a one thing I want to tell, that there's not clear cut division. Suppose that if I'm saying that Saharanpur and the Bijnor, like suppose that if we talk about the Saharanpur, so Saharanpur area will come into that alluvial soil consisting that Bhabar region, but lower or the southern Sahara or maybe Shamli wala, ye wala region will come into little bit the Tarai region also. Okay, so here we can say that alluvial soil. So here in that alluvial soil, Bhabar. Okay, the one more thing I really want to talk about. Suppose that here, so the northernmost is your Bhabar. Okay. So the northernmost having a big boulder is the Bhabar. So distribution, if we talk about the alluvial soil, suppose that if we talk about this is the region of the alluvial soil. Okay. So understand this concept here. Of course, I will repeat it again. The uppermost part of this alluvial soil will come into that Bhabar region. Okay. Southern of the Bhabar region is called that Tarai region. है ना? Tarai region. And this region will call the alluvial region. This region is called that is the alluvial region, and that is actually made up of the perennial river every year. Then again in that alluvial soil, it is all about the alluvial soil. It is not like ये नहीं है. But this uppermost region of that alluvial soil is called the Bhabar region. Then again in that alluvial soil, we divide the old alluvial soil and the new alluvial soil. Old alluvial soil is known as a Bhangar region, is known as a Bhangar region, and new every single year. So this is the flood. इसमें यहाँ पे flood कुछ नहीं आते, यहाँ पे थोड़ा बहुत है. So when we talk about every single year, which the plain, the area of the alluvial soil is going to renew because of that river sedimentation is your Khadar region. This is your most fertile region of complete alluvial soil. This is something I'm going to talk about. Okay. So suppose that here I'm saying that until this region, the southern region I would say, यहाँ नहीं, कानपुर भी तो आपकी गंगा जाती है, गंगा यमुना plain. So up till this region, the southern, the northernmost region will come into that Bhabar region. That is the Saharanpur, Bijnor, a little bit region of the Moradabad and Rampur, northernmost part of the Pilibhit, Lakhimpur, Khiri. Then we talk about that Tarai region. This is both are coming to the lower Himalayas. Of course, we're going to talk about one by one of each significances. This is going to your Tarai region. Then your alluvial soil is the uppermost is your Bhangar and the lowermost is Khadar. Do not forget this series. Okay, so north to south, this series will be Bhabar, Tarai, then Bhangar and Khadar. ठीक है, that is the 4 division. So what are the major 4 division? The major 4 division are alluvial soil, salty or the alkaline soil. ठीक है, salty alkaline soil कहाँ पे होगी? यमुना वाले region में. A little bit salt concentration will be very high. Okay, sandy loam soil कहाँ पर होगी आपकी? Sand वाला formation आपका इधर में होगा. ठीक है, ये वाला region है जो आपका राजस्थान से connect हो रहा होगा. Then red soil and that black and river soil. Now we're going to talk about that alluvial soil. Okay. So the alluvial soil, of course, we are talking about that with soil. So soil has a major significances in the type of vegetation of the area. And here this is not, we are going to talk about the forest abhi, right? So of course we will connect with the forest concept also, because forestry is one of the topic in your UPSC, sorry, UPPCS paper 6. So, but majorly we are focusing upon that agriculture or activity which is directly related with the type of soil there, right? So alluvial soil, and so that alluvial soil we are going to talk about is not just a geological feature, it is an economic backbone of the state. That is a statement which should be in the start, to know that, to make understand to the examiner that you are going to talk in what reference and how this has a significance in other aspect of that Uttar Pradesh, even the not even the agriculture zone only, but it is connecting with that economic purpose. So while it covers nearly 70 to 75% of land and making it the food bowl of India, right? Such kind of key terms when you use in your examination, then the examiner understand that you have the proper understanding, and key terms also gives you brownie point in your mains answer copies, right? So making it the food ball of India, its characteristics shift significantly as you move from the upper region, right? That's your Bhangar region, or the west to the lower basins of east. Got it? Then soils of the Bhabha region. Now that is a distribution we are going to talk about. So first is the soil of the Bhabha region. The Bhabha region is a narrow porous belt. We'll talk about the porous belt. The porous belt that runs along the northern boundary of Uttar Pradesh, right? This is the northern boundary. So suppose that you remember only this thing and you do not remember which district. So northernmost is your Saharanpur and the Bijnor and northern part of the Muradabad, Rampur, Pilibhit, a little bit Lakhimpur Kheri and all. Okay, that's how you write the answer with the connecting the zone. Okay, so what is here? Sorry, runs along the northern boundary of Uttar Pradesh directly south of the Shivalik foothills of the Himalaya. So here you are not telling the examiner that this is the soil or the geological location of the UP, but also the Himalayas with respect to that Indian geography, right? It serves as a transition zone. Underline that transition zone, that is a between the mountains, because here the mountains, the lower southern Himalayas is almost going to end, the lower or the Shivalik hills and the plains. ठीक है, so this is your transition zone between that mountain hills. यहाँ पे आपके end हो रही है और plain के बीच का ये कौन सा zone है? This is your transition zone. ठीक है, so where we was? Yeah, so as a main district are Saharanpur, Bijnor, look at it, Moradabad, Lakhimpur Kheri. Got it? So that's how you remember also. Every single time when we are going to talk about that soil or any topic of Uttar Pradesh, please either put that Uttar Pradesh map in front of you or please see in here, because we are always try to connect with that Uttar Pradesh map. Okay? Then the characteristic feature kya hai uske? Bhabar soil is very different from the fertile alluvium found in the rest of the Uttar Pradesh. What are the characteristic feature? These are the basic characteristic feature. That is a high porosity. The soil is composed of large stone, as we have already talked about that big boulders, है ना? Mountain का end हो रहा है, so there will be not very fine sediments of the soil. There will be a little big boulder. That is called its porosity, right? Large stones and pebbles with the huge gaps making it porous, है ना? Between them. Soils of this region are coarse in nature. Underline that, large stone, pebbles and coarse in nature of sedimentation, mainly unsorted debris pebbles, large stones lie. Got it? So first is characteristics of high porosity. So here only from this point you can tell me that which kind of agriculture will be there, or even the agriculture will be going to support by this type of soil or not. So can you grow basic? Everyone must have ever in their life planted some kind of plant. Okay, so before planting the trees, what you do the big boulders over there, you put or you keep the soil very in a fine particle so that it will absorb water, right? The plant's root can grow very easily in that kind of soil. So it is not here. So second point is disappearing. This is a very important point. This has been asked indirectly also the prelims question. Due to the high porosity, the big boulders having that space, right? The small streams and rivers often sink underground. This is a very important thing, and underline that, flowing beneath the surface of the gravel and reappearing further south in the Tarai region. तो क्या होता है in that region में, जो भी आपका ये वाला region है, so small tributaries of the rivers, because of that very big boulder size, they become disappear here, है ना? And you will feel कि अच्छा इसके बाद तो river नहीं है, like that. So they will again reappear in the Tarai region. Why? Because comparative to your Bhabha region, the soil particle, the size of the soil particle is comparatively lower, है ना? So वहां पे वो क्या होती है, reappear होती है. ठीक है? Next जो texture क्या है इसका? Coarse. Of course we have already saw that. Coarse means stony, non-cohesive. It lacks the fine silt or gray. As you are writing that it lacks the fine silt or gray, the examiner get to know that you have the concept that every kind of agriculture or very fine agriculture will not be supported here. Soils of this region are known as for being calcareous. Of course, if you have read about that geography, basic geography concept, you must have this knowledge that why the soil is becoming in that big boulder side, because of the calcareous. Calcium is one of that thing. Even in our body, the solidification is in the form of your bones. So bones have your major, even the tooth also, that have the calcium content, that is called the calcareous. Calcareous means calcium containing particles. Then the low humus, of course, humus क्या होता है? Your dead and decomposing thing, right? So यहाँ पे इतना कुछ है नहीं. So the rapid drainage and stony nature prevent the accumulation of organic matter or the moisture. So therefore, this region having the low humus content. This last one is your unsuitable for the conventional tilling. So that's how even you write the point. First, you give the reason that why are these are that unsuitable for conventional. High porous size, the particle size of the soil size are very big, right? And that rivers are generally not there. Texture, humus content low hai. The presence of heavy boulders makes it impossible to use the traditional plows or tractor easily, है ना? So because of that, because they are the calcareous in nature, so you cannot even do that tractor के through आप उसकी soil particle को, you cannot even break it down, right? This region is not much suitable for the agriculture due to the soil nature is porous, mainly big trees with the large roots. Why the big trees? Because the roots of the big trees can penetrate deep, है ना? Because they have the also strength. So even in that big boulder size particle, they can just adjust themselves and they can grow like that. Okay, the large roots can thrive in this region, such as salt, teak, and so many. Okay, so from here, what you are getting, do not only limit yourself and the point whatever is you are covering. So here what we get, the agriculture is not suitable. Okay, got it, not suitable. But which kind of things are vegetation has grown? The big boulders, that means sal and teak. So can we connect this concept to the forestry? Yes. So that means whenever we going to talk about that economic benefit from the forestries, right? Of course, seal and tea, sal and teak and sesame, such kind of trees have that economic significance. So we can promote this kind of trees grow in that region and have that the contribution in that forest areas, है ना? Of course, we'll cover in that forest area one of that FSI report, Forest Survey of India ki, and there we can connect, we can increase that overall tree cover or the forest cover of the state by growing the tree or promoting the tree growth in that region. So agriculture का काम यहाँ पे बहुत नहीं है, but we have the connection of that tree and agriculture. Then we're going to talk about the soil of Tarai region. What is this? Just below the Bhabha region, we have already talked about. There is a soil of Tarai region, है ना? So which district, first of all, where whenever you going to talk about any topic, relate with that location. So अभी हमने क्या करा, इस region में हमने भाबर करा. So इसके just south में क्या है? Tarai region. So what are the district will become? Amroha, ठीक है? Then Bareilly little bit, then Lakhimpur Kheri again come, है ना? Bahraich, Balrampur, Shravasti, Siddharthnagar, Maharajganj, that kind of zone will come. Okay, the Tarai region of Uttar Pradesh is a low-lying, marshy belt. Underline that, marshy belt region situated immediately south of that Bhabar region. Got it? Then historically, it is known for the dense forest and the swamps. It has been reclaimed over the decades of to become one of the most productive agriculture zones. मतलब ठीक है, one of the है, the most नहीं है. There's a difference. The most मतलब max. One of the, okay, ठीक है, there we can grow that agriculture because of course the soil will be there. Of course, we're going to talk about what are the characteristics feature. The Tarai soil is distinctly different from the stony Bhabar to its north and the dry Bangar plains of the south. As we have seen here, just that alluvial plains is divided into Bhabar, Tarai, Bhangar and Khadar. Okay, that is something it is talking. So Tarai region is in between that Bhabar and Bhangar region. T जो है वो belt दो B के बीच में आ रहा है. What is the texture? Primarily silty loam and clay because the river is reappearing over there. So that means it is forming that clay kind of soil, isn't it? Then it is a fine grain, yes, and it lacks the boulders or pebbles found in that Bhabar. उतने बड़े बड़े जो particle की size से, that what called as the pebbles or the stone, that is not found in here. Okay, so the soil type is clay or loamy. Re-emergence of streams, what we have covered in that disappearing rivers, the rivers that vanishes into the porous pebbly soils of that Bhabar. re-emerge where at the surface when they hit the finer, less permeable sediments of the Tarai. Okay, this is comparatively the Bhabha region having the fine grains. So the river appearing again here. Then the third one is a deposition of the fine particle as the slope of the land becomes almost flat. Okay, the water slows down significantly. This causes the rivers to deposit the fine particle, that is a silt, clay, and fine sand. Okay. Then what it is? The swampy condition, because the water table is extremely high, because the rivers are reappearing here. If the rivers are reappearing here, of course the water table will be high. And but the drainage is poor. Underline that. Even the rivers are reappearing, but the drainage is poor over there. The area naturally forms a marshy, damp, and humid lowland. Okay, nutrient profile क्या है? क्योंकि यहाँ पे देखो, why we haven't covered that much the nutrient profile point in that separately in the Bhabha region, because not that much agriculture activities occur there, but here what is happening, a kind of agriculture activities occur there. So nutrient profile आपकी क्या है? नाइट्रोजन है, ऑर्गेनिक है, यहाँ पे the dense historical vegetation थी एक टाइम पे, तो उसका भी तो humus content will be there. Okay, historical vegetation has left behind a legacy of that rich content, that is your humus. So Bhabar में आपका humus नहीं है, but Tarai has the humus. Okay, of course बहुत ज़्यादा permeability नहीं है, so whatever the dead decomposition over there, they just form that humus content, but deficient in that phosphorus, that is your NPK. fertilizer में आपका phosphorus नहीं है. Moisture क्या है? The soil remains moist here round to the high water table. This makes it prone to the waterlogging condition also. ठीक है, waterlogging condition बनाती है, और especially during that monsoon. Width इसकी कितनी है? It is belt roughly to 15 to 30 kilometer wide, stretching from the Saharanpur to the west and Devariya in the east. ठीक है, इसका stretch है. Last point ये है, the Tarai soil are broadly categorized as domat soil. ठीक है, domat soil भी कहते हैं, and can be divided into different kinds based on the particle size and amount of lime. The domat soil is also known as, this is the local, if you belong, someone is belonging from there, this is the kind of questions comes into your asked in your prelims also. If you are mentioning it in your mains also, this is one of that good point for the belonging points, right? Sikta, Karya, Dhanka in UP, and is overall nutrition suitable for best type of crops. It is known for the cultivation of sugarcane, rice, and kind of wheat. Okay, so here we are finishing it. We have completed today the Bhabar and Tarai region. In the next class, we are going to talk about that proper Gangetic plain, in which we will divide that Bhangar and Khadar. Okay, thank you everyone.